Okay, guys, lots of fun today. I'm looking forward to this because I did a Sistersmith reaction, I think about a month ago. Maybe it was only 3 weeks ago. And I really enjoyed it. And Penny Hedlund made a gift to the channel for me to do another one of Sistersmith's stuff. And this song is, the title is Next Time. And Penny said that Sistersmith, the ladies who comprise Sistersmith, saw the prior reaction and that I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it. I didn't get negative feedback, let's put it that way. I haven't heard personally from them, but through Penny, it's always a treat to find out that the artists get to see that someone else is covering their stuff, especially independent artists, because there's not a label to promote them and put their name out there and have them open for different artists and stuff like that. So I like that part of it because it is the lesser known artists that interact with the folks on the channel or with me, and because the big ones just have everybody clawing at them, and the independent artists and the smaller artists, it's more personal. It's just they're more available. So anyway, I like this. So Penny, thank you for this. And Penny said she got a better job at the same company she's working at and is celebrating with a song request or two. So Penny, shout out to you. Congratulations on the new position. And I think the increase in pay, I hope that's what went along with the new position within the company. All right, let's see what we've got. Next time. Oh, I didn't expect it to start out like that. I expected up-tempo. I hope something didn't go wrong.
It's not my job to settle the score. It's not my circus anymore. She wants to be comfortable in confetti, to find her place and have no regret. And they pretend to truly care.
My brain is trying to figure out already whose point of view this is being told from, and I haven't figured it out yet.
But I don't see it anywhere. So don't ask me to be silent, 'cause we won't stand a chance. If you raise your voice just because I raise my hand, if in every conversation you only see your side,
Yeah.
oh, better luck next time.
Some parents were shocked.
Oh, better luck next time. I just wanna know what I'm looking at, and all they say is good luck with that. Make your decisions based off true information. Renew your mind with isolation, and you pretend to truly care. But I don't see it anywhere. So don't.
We're gonna find out who this person is who doesn't care. I'm gonna guess we're gonna find out, unless they leave it open-ended, and it could apply to many situations and many people who don't listen and who don't care. But let's continue.
Don't ask me to be silent, 'cause we won't stand a chance. If you raise your voice just because I raise my hand, if in every conversation you only see your side, It's not my circus anymore.
Circus. Oh crap, it's over? All right. Not only because that was performed by females, that was written by a female. A dude wouldn't have written something. I don't want to say that's that insightful because men write very insightful things as well, but of this nature, and the thing that completely gave it away for me is if you raise your voice because or when I raise my hand, and I just don't see my gender writing a line like that. That is brilliant. That is something that's brilliant. It's a sliver of life. It's a vignette. It's something that where somebody's just shouting you down. Oh, that's brilliant. Good Lord. Raise your hand. That's a very silent, respectful thing. You're taught that in school, right? Raise your hand, children, when you have a question or something. But if you raise your voice when I raise my hand, not even when, if I raise my voice, you raise yours louder, and then we have the shouting match, it's like, don't even talk. And that's crappy. And it made me think that this could have been a parent to a child, which it could be, but it's not that because she said it's not my circus anymore. The first time I heard that line was earlier in the song. I thought she said circuit, and that didn't make sense, so I kind of pushed it aside to try to figure out the rest of the context. But in the end, the diction was clear. It's not my circus anymore. And that circus bespeaks a relationship that's not working. You're just beating me down, and it's not my thing anymore. I'm not playing the circus anymore. You're making it a clown show. Because I'm just raising my hand, which is respectful, it's deferential, it's let's talk, and you just raise your voice to shut me down. That's how I heard it. But that one line, I wonder if that actually happened. I mean, it doesn't strike me as a line that you could just pull out of thin air, that if I raise my hand, you raise your voice. Holy crap, that is seriously one of the most brilliant lines I've heard in a song to make a point. To characterize something in so few words, because you don't get many words in a song. In a 3-4 minute song, you don't get many words to consolidate what it is you're going for. And the challenge in writing songs, lyrics in songs, the same thing with poetry, is concision. You've got to write tightly, neatly, and have it say what you want it to say. So you've got to be very economical with your words. You've got to have a grasp of language. But in a song, just as in writing anything, like metaphor works. Like people generally don't use enough metaphors in their writings. And that just colorizes it. But this here, that one thing, how many of us, we all raise our hand. As adults, we still do it sometimes. Like, when you want to get a word in among your friends or something, you'd be like, and when an adult raises their hands just hanging out around a fireplace or in a living room, and people are all just talking, and so you see somebody raise their hand, it's like, I've been trying to get a word in and I can't, so right here, and people generally just get quiet and let you talk. But in this case, in the song, that didn't happen. The person raised their voice to shut it down, and that was brutal. I like their harmonies. The song is very different, as I said in the beginning. When next time, we all get ideas based on a song title of maybe what we kind of have like ideas of what might come. And then when it goes differently, it's like, oh, and this went very differently in the beginning, and for good reason, because it was a very artistic, creative way of talking about how a relationship wasn't working. And that one little thing right there set the whole thing. Penny Hedlund, wow, what a request. I love that you guys are in tune with so many of these independent artists. YouTube, that's one I love about YouTube, is that it's giving exposure. We're finding out about these artists that we would never have heard of because they wouldn't have gotten on mainstream radio. So these outlets nowadays in the digital revolution is very, very cool. The subdued nature of it, but there was a strength, even though it was subdued, And the voices were very low, which was consistent with the theme of the song. Like, I'm raising my hand. You're screaming. I'm raising my hand. Screaming wasn't used in here, but you're raising your voice when I raise my hand, drowning me out. Their voices were very, very, and that's artistry right there. That's legitimate artistry. It was probably halfway through the song, maybe less, where the thought popped into my head, and this almost never happens. I thought a major artist is going to want to pick this song up. It's only maybe the second or third time of the 2,000 or so that I've done that thought popped into my head that somebody's going to want to pick this up. And we'll see if that happens. But I'm going to rate this. And this may surprise you, those of you who watch me rate songs and have paid attention. Some of you are so on to me, it's ludicrous. But the number that popped into my head immediately when I remembered that I'm going to rate the song was a 9.7. This was artistic brilliance. This was lyrical brilliance. This was, I don't know how they collaborated and agreed upon it. Maybe they all felt the same vibe. In the songwriting process, you might have one person who does the bulk of the heavy lifting on writing a song. That's generally the case, but not always. Because sometimes you've got somebody who's the heavy lifting is done is more in the lyrical side of things, and someone else comes in and says, "Oh, I've got a melody for that," and then the instrumentation, the lifting is done by the other person, and then they get together and then they tweak it, and then a third person. It looks like there are three sisters in this, if they're sisters, but three females in the group, based on the picture I've got here, that when they get in the studio, and they won't be the only ones in the studio working on a song, at least not on the recording side of it, but before they get there in the writing process, there may be other people who have some input on what you could do, how you could bring in a certain instrument and all that, but however they wrote it, they knocked it out of the park. So Penny Hedlund, thank you for the gift and that request. That was wonderful. I'm glad you discovered them. I'm also glad, I'm very happy for you too, that you have a better job and presumably you're happier in it. I hope your boss is a nice person. I hope the company is treating you well. Yeah, just that it's more enjoyable and a life improvement for you. I hope it goes that way. So there you go, folks. Leave your comments for Penny, for me, for Sistersmith if they should read the comments. And the artists do check things out. I know they don't comment all the time, but I know enough artists have commented to know they generally on occasion will peek in to see what's up. So have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.